Okay, and we're live on YouTube and we're live on Periscope. So, to everybody out there, hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is the Pink Elephant in the Room conversation. And what we will be discussing for today is about being your light in difficult times. What would difficult times mean? It could mean a large amount of things, give or take per person. It could mean financially, it could mean finding love in your life. It could simply mean getting your own success. It could mean just making sure you're healthy and in check. It could be mentally and emotionally keeping yourself sound. And you might be having a difficulty doing that, trying to figure out how do I get past this? How do I do this? How do I do that? Why can't I make this work? Why can't I make that work? Why don't they like me, or why doesn't he like me? Why doesn't she like me? So on and so forth. And the first thing out of all this that you have to be willing to keep in mind is to keep going no matter what. When we're talking about your own success, for example, yes, there are going to be people who are going to say, they're going to be the naysayers. They're going to be the people who don't agree with you, don't believe you can do it because they feel you're this way, and you know deep inside this is what you enjoy, this is what you love, this is what makes you who you truly are. That's what you could be thinking, and that's what you can keep sounding your mind. But some people might say that you're not able to, or they don't feel that's you, or so on and so forth. So they may make it seem as though that it's impossible for that to happen. Or another example is you might be looking for love in your life, or you might be looking for someone to be with. And you might find that person, and they might not like you back, or they might not like you in that way, and you might think to yourself, what's wrong with me? Why don't they like me in this? And of course, you have to understand that there are plenty of other people out there, one way or another. It might be a difficult task to believe, no matter who it is out there, but there's always someone for somebody. Even if there is nobody, even if that's the case, even if you feel that you disagree with that, then all I could simply tell you is to take time. Time makes every bit of difference at times when you're around someone. When you are more focused on yourself, things start to happen that you think wouldn't happen. What you resist persists. When you aren't worried about those relationships, when you're not worried about the fact you're trying to be with someone or this and that, it disappears. The same would go for success. When you're not worrying about it, but you're doing what you desire to do, what you love, all of a sudden things start happening anyways. If we're talking about your emotions or your mentality, and you're having a hard time with that, or you have to work on yourself, take the time. Don't worry about what other people say. Take that solitude to yourself and work on who you truly are and love who you are, no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody's doing out there. And of course, the biggest part might be you might be stuck with the self, and sometimes that can be scary to people because when you're stuck with you are your biggest hero, and you can be your worst enemy, and that's the hardest part for some people. And that's where you learn to grow that hero within who you are and love that part of you instead of putting yourself down. I know from my experience when I was younger, I put myself down so many times over issues or things that I believe were true about me, and I felt that I wasn't good enough, I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't handsome enough, I wasn't anything to anybody in any sense. And the thing is, I had to take a good look in the mirror and tell myself, I'm going to love you no matter what anyone says. No matter the difficulty or the task, I'm going to love you. And I took that time to build that confidence within who I am. And of course, I'm not perfect. I still grow that every day, just as I grow every part of me every day, just like everyone else. But it's the fact of willing to go ahead and keep going forward and love the self. Love thyself, and you will know the gods. That is why I always say that, because being who you are as a god and goddess, it's not just calling you that. The reason why I state that is because it allows you to see the beauty within who you really are, no matter what anyone says, no matter what's going on or what difficulty. It's a choice to allow your mind, all those things to fester in you, all that darkness to plague you, or to be your light. And sometimes in the hardest parts where you feel like I can't, stop saying I can't. If you truly care for your life, don't say I can't. Even if it's a small piece of light in you, it means that you are growing the hope within yourself. And that is something you have to realize for yourself, is you have to be willing to grow your own hope. So what if there's a girl who doesn't like you? If you want to be with that person, grow your hope. Or if you want to keep going, grow your hope and know that there's somebody else out there still. Or with guy as well, for the women out there, for guys out there. If you feel that way, if you feel like you're not amazing enough, or you're not cute enough, or people say you're ugly, or whatever is going on in your mind, work on you and love you first, and grow that hope within, so you can grow your confidence and who you truly are. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what other people do, because the one thing that you're gonna have to understand to add on to this is, number two, people are gonna be people. People see beauty where they want to see beauty. People see flaws where they want to see flaws. People see perfection where they want to see perfection. We are a species who is unwilling to see wholeheartedly someone for who they are. So we pick their flaws and everything else. And of course, this is understandable to many people out there who have been through things in their life, have gone through life difficulties that had led them to be the way they are today. But as we grow who we truly are, this is where you have to be willing to grow that part of you and take that dive, take that chance to see that there is more than you can believe. And this is why I'm a person of observation. Observation is key when I am understanding anyone around me, no matter what. And whether or not I care for a person, or whether or not I desire to be in a relationship, whether or not I desire for success, it's all up to observation on how sharply I observe it, and if it's going to grow, or who's around me. For example, my success, observing who's around you and what they are saying around you, and seeing also to observe how it is affecting you as a person. Is it affecting you in a good way or a bad way? And these two things don't even exist. But is it affecting you in a positive or negative light of being who you truly desire to be? Is it serving you? Or is it not serving you? That's the question. The same would go for your emotions of who you are, because your misery loves company. So who are you around that can possibly be leading to you feeling that way? There's a saying that if you're near five people that, for example, believe they're poor and everything, and believe that money is the root of all evil, you'll be the fifth. If you believe that if you're near five people who are intelligent and wealthy, you'll be the sixth for both. It's up to you how you spend that time with whoever you're around, and growing who you truly are as a person. If you are looking for a relationship again, observing people for who they are is vitally important. But also, on top of that, understanding who they are. For some people, yes, you will see perhaps, due to past situations, certain red flags that make you feel like, I don't want to be around that person, that have happened to you in the past. Or, for example, you might observe something where a person is picking out your flaws, or you're picking out their flaws, or so on and so forth. That could make it like one way or another that that person is not well to be around for you in a sense in a relationship. So these are some of the things you have to realize. And number three, you have to understand this, and this is one big thing I keep in my mind at all times. This too shall pass. You can be going through some of the most terrible things in life and wonder, why me? Why this? Why can I never get that? Why can't I never do this? Why? And the thing is, let go of questioning it and just let it be. Things happen for a reason. There is no coincidence for whatever you're trying to get to. No matter what you desire in life, it always plays a key role. You, when you desire something, or more difficult or easier for you to get to. What can make it more difficult is the fact that you might be trying to gain success. You might be trying to find love. You might be trying to be financially stable, and so on and so forth, and wondering yourself, why? And you keep maybe saying, I want this, I want that, I want love, I want this. And you have to understand that want is a lesser of who you are. You have to be willing to choose and call forth. But on the other end, you have those people who call it forth. And you may wonder on that end, why am I still going, like, why am I going through this if I'm calling stuff like this forth? And it all plays a key role to the energy you desire to bring to the table. It's up to you how you desire to play it. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, in a sense, or I'm sorry, positive or negative again. it's it's really up to your reaction. If you don't really react to it and you realize what's going on, in a sense that this is something that is going to most likely grow you further, and you keep going further, and your own positive energy and your highest thought and your highest version of who you are, it will happen one way or another. There's no doubt. As long as you take no for an answer, as long as you keep going, as long as you love who you are, there's no need to worry about those things. It's up to you if you desire to grow those things within yourself, or to worry that you are not getting to where you say you desire to go. It's up to you to be frustrated, or for you to and be. Remember that simply you are the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. And to know thyself is to know the creator within, who you truly are. So, to everybody out there, have a good morning, have a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. Namaste.